and kind of snuck up on me this morning. I'm not saying I'm not ready. I'm just saying it snuck up.
15 seconds to launch. Places, please. 5 seconds.
Adjust your mojo.
You are about to participate in a great adventure.
Now.
At age, 60? He's just gonna break bad?
Radio with an attitude.
This system that we love is broken.
I know that.
Do not comply.
Hey, mother.
Welcome to another 2 hours of common sense.
That liberty and justice for all is a myth.
And erratic behavior.
You want to, but you can't. And when you do, you wish you didn't.
This is your Daily MoJo.
I don't know how things like this happen, because when I look at the images of Katie Powell online, I think she's not unfortunate looking. Hot? I don't know. She kind of has a walleye-ish.
Wow.
I mean, it's not horrible, but, I mean, she's a reasonably attractive woman, right? Middle-aged woman. Somehow, she was suckered out of $40,000 through the Tinder app. How do you get to that? We've all heard those stories about people who get involved with someone online, and they've never met them, but they've talked for weeks and or months, and then the sob story. Well, he told me that a small pruning machine had whacked off his left foot. Didn't think I was going to say left foot, did you? Just whacked him off. And, he needed money for reconstructive surgery because nobody wants to be seen in public without their left foot. And so I sent him the money. In Katie Powell's, in her situation, she lives in Portland. Oh, ooh. Okay.
There's your answer.
We can stop the story right there. She lives in Portland, and she was looking for love. And who doesn't want love, after all, right? I mean, that's all any of us really want is to,
And nobody wants a one-footed lubber.
No, right. Especially if you're into feet.
Yes. Yeah.
You freak. If you're into feet and you come across somebody with, only 1 foot, you're only getting half the satisfaction. So
Fact.
She looks to Tinder. This guy says he's in his early 40s. They were constantly texting. And she says, instantly, my instinct was like, why would somebody, you've never met me. I've known you for 10 days. She said, why would you be asking me for money? So her instinct kicked in. There's the man, by the way. I don't know if it even gives his name. But he said he was a civil engineer in Turkey, the country of Turkey. And he had no family support. And he said, I need some money because I'm in the hospital. And I'm in the hospital for, it doesn't, I don't even know if it says what, but he sends us this picture of him in the hospital. He's like, oh, and he did nice things for her. She said that for months he sent her these fake, but they were very convincing documents. He even paid off her credit cards. He moved $750,000 into her Vanguard account. The payments bounced.
I would think so. If the dude needed money, how could he move $750,000?
Right. It's the extra funds eventually disappeared. She said it was physically, psychologically, emotionally just draining. Yeah, because
you got played.
Do they not teach in school anymore that if it seems too good to be true, it probably is too good to be true? It's probably not true. She this was in 20. It was in somewhere in 2022. And she's not alone. In 2021, consumers lost over $547 million to romance scams. according to JP
Love
Morgan
is a
Chase.
powerful thing, dude. Holy
No
crap.
shit.
Wow.
So it's not just the velvet
Number
lining.
one, that image looks like it's been doctored anyways. His head
Whoa, what are you?
his
how
head
dare
doesn't
you?
belong on that.
How dare you suggest that he would take the picture of Major League Baseball pitcher Phil Hughes from 9 years ago
There it is.
and put his head on that image and send to her, and I guess just hope she's not a Major League Baseball fan.
Yeah.
And first thing I thought was, when I saw that, I was like, that's not his head.
That's not his head. The shadows don't work.
That is not his head. She says, yeah, I loved him. I curse him every time I'm out door dashing, busting my butt to make some money because of him. What? I mean, seriously, what makes you send money to somebody who, like you said, they paid off your credit card, although the payments bounced? It doesn't take very long for those payments to bounce either. I mean, we're talking a couple of weeks, right? If that.
Yeah.
Generally. And when he pays, if we put $750,000 in your Vanguard retirement account, wait just a minute. Would you accept that from some hot chick that you just met on Tinder?
No.
Remember that thing I just...
but if this was the other way around, you could think that the little head was thinking for the big head, but it ain't that way.
You should study female anatomy more.
Really? Okay.
You should. There were a few, there's been, I guess, the early part of the year, somebody contacted me. I think I even mentioned it here on the program. They contacted me about being on some woman's podcast, and they were going to pay me.
Yes, I remember that. That came through.
$3,000. Right.
Yep.
Right. Now, at the time, I think what happened was that Bethy Knott's dad was very inconsiderate and decided to die, and really tossed a lot of plans up in the air. So let this be a lesson to any of you who are planning to die. Be considerate. Let people know if you're headed that way. But so my plan never solidified in that I was going to, and I did initially go along with their little plan, and all right, I'll be available for the interview on such and such a date. And I knew it was too good to be true, obviously, because why the hell would they pay me $3,000 to be on the podcast? It made no sense whatsoever.
You go broke doing that shit.
I wanted, right. If I was worth $3,000, I'd be paying myself. But I wanted to ride their scam all the way through, like I did with the Craigslist scam a few years ago when I sent them the $500 money order or whatever it was. I just copied one and took a picture of it, and it was nicely photoshopped.
Oh, nice.
I mean, they bought it. They
thought
that I had sent them. Oh yeah, they were. And what pisses off scammers more than anything is just if you act not stupid but ignorant. No, you just have to act. Well, no. I mailed you the money. I put the cash in the envelope and sent it to you. You can't mail a cash in your post. They go, wait, and then it's just fun to F with them. But then Jeffy got me all scared with what was that latest scam where they sent me the what was it? I can't remember what it was. I said, but wait, no. Why am I taking advice from Jeffy?
That's a good question.
What the hell is wrong with me? And then do you ever get those random texts that, hey, Bob, how you doing? You're like,
yes.
Hey, I'm not Bob.
Yes.
And then you go, oh, sorry, didn't mean to bother you, but you sound nice.
Yep.
Right now.
Dude, I almost got scammed by Sam Sorbo's email account yesterday.
Really?
Yep. Let me see if I can figure out what it said here.
Well, this wasn't even, this was, it was nobody that I knew, but she said, well, they said, hang on a second. Oh, you sound nice, blah, blah, blah. Oh, there we go. There it is. This is a classic one right here. How are things with you at the moment? I said, so good it almost feels illegal. He says, glad to hear from you. Here's me. I'm Jane. Are you George?
Yeah.
Is that George of the Jungle?
That's where you lose it.
And I said, I said, not nearly as happy as I am to hear from you. She says, I'm sorry, I just checked again. Texted the wrong number. Hope you don't mind. I said, it's okay, Jane. You're good? George here. And she said, anyway, nice to meet you. I live in New York. What city do you live in? I live in Texas. You sound like a nice person, Jane. She said, thanks for the compliment. I'm always open-minded to make new friends. I said, new friends are always fun and entertaining, aren't they? They really are. It's always exciting to meet new people and to get to know them better. I'm 34 years and single. How about you? And I said, I said, 34 is a great age. I'm 44 and divorced. Don't you get on me for lying about my age.
Hey, man. You look 44.
Don't you? Yeah. She said, cool. I like mature and stable men. We've been talking a while. I haven't know your name yet.
Oh,
what's your name?
Is. There it is.
But I already said I'm George. I said, Robert or just Bob. You have a nice name. So can I call you Bob? I said, thanks. I'd love it if you call me Bob. I've been pretty lonely lately, and I feel like your text was supposed to reach me. You're so sweet with your kind heart. By the way, I work as project manager. What do you do for a living? And I said, I'm very kind, except to cats. I hate cats.
Oh.
And I said, I'm a veterinarian. She said, you got a great job. I really enjoyed chatting with you. I said, thanks, okay, Bob. Thanks, okay, bye. She says, Bob, I want to share more of my photo and make a video call with you on Telegram. I just saved your number, and I saw you were on Telegram, too. Can I leave you a message with my photo on there? I said, sure. And she said, okay, Bob, wait a few minutes. I'll leave you a message. And she said, I've already sent you a message on Telegram. Have you received it? I said, I haven't yet. I'm working on a cat. Bob, just reply to me. Say hi. Make sure I sent the right one. I said, the cat operation is still very complex. Wow. And I'm like, man, you're being rude. I'm in the middle of an operation on a cat here, and you're telling me to go to Telegram. So what is the scam? Where do they get you for the money on Telegram?
I don't know. It's one of those, they lure you in, and I don't know, maybe they sent a hot pic. Did you go to Telegram and look?
No.
Oh.
She said, Bob, I want to share more of my photo, blah, blah, blah. Bob, can you reply back to me on Telegram? I mean, they were very adamant that I go to Telegram and reply to them, which, I mean, I know how to do that. I'm not old and stupid, but I just didn't. I said, they're still working on the cat. Didn't you see that reply? It's very delicate. I've been waiting for you. Please check it now, dear.
Yeah.
I said, but the cat. She said, are you kidding me? I said, I'm a vet. I'm working. She said, just say hi to me on there. I said, you're being a little pushy for someone I just met. I'm trying to figure out what the scam is. Well, where do they, I mean, do they just send you the picture of a hot babe and
how did they know where to send the picture?
Well, that's just it. I don't know. I don't even how did she? I mean, I'm on Telegram. Technically, I don't know how you'd be on Telegram. It's like saying,
do you search by phone number? If you do, they'd had your phone number already.
Let's see. That's weird. I just tried to. Oh, there it is. There it is. Oh, I've got the picture.
What?
Hang on a second.
No way.
I'll show you the picture. Copy media. How do I do this?
Is she hot? That's the question.
If you, she's reasonable. Hang on a minute. Desktop. I'll put it there. Thank you.
Not happening, is it?
I tried to put the media. How do I? Oh, you know what I can do? I can do it this way. It'll be worth. Why don't you say hi to our friends over in the Kick channel, and I'll find this.
Oh, we've got the Kick channel up and running now. Yep. KICK.com. All you people over there already know that, but some of our other listeners don't. So go over there and watch it. I don't even, what is Kick? Is it like Twitch? Is it gamers? A lot of gamers over there? There's some news and stuff going on too, I think. That's where we're at.
When you ask me that, I have to
stop doing what you're doing.
Doing what I'm doing. When the whole idea was for you to be doing what I'm doing.
Yeah, I mean, look. Kick it.
Just kill some time. That's all I'm asking for. Just
I
kill
don't
a
have
little
any
bit of
time to kill, Brad. I
All right, here we go.
did you know we were going to talk about this today?
No.
Okay.
No idea.
Oh yeah, the Russians tried to scam me through Sam Sorbo's account yesterday. It was crazy. I sent that pic to you. I almost fell for it because that sucks.
For whatever reason, it won't. I can't even copy the damn picture over there.
Yeah.
That's weird. That's really strange. I don't know why it won't. We'll figure
It's
that
probably
out.
got something embedded in it. It's infecting all of your machines now.
That's the beauty of having a Mac is you can't get viruses. It can't happen.
Yeah.
Stinky Biscuit on the X, and if you want to be a part of the insanity and the nonsense, the hashtag to use is what I learned today. Stinky Biscuit says, I host a 2-hour internet conservative radio show. End of responses from Jane.
I don't think Jane was from this country. I'm just saying.
No, I don't think so either. She may have had yellow fever. Well, she would give you yellow fever. Tech Golden Age Drew, I have some very special and bizarre furry porn I save for the accidental contact scam after I waste a few hours of their time. Lots of swearing usually follows. Right? Yeah, and Stinky Biscuit's right. The newest scam, you have unpaid turnpike toll fees.
Yes, I've gotten
That
that.
is good.
I've gotten that text many times.
Several times. That's the one that I wanted to, because they give you the link.
Yeah.
So what happens if you click on that link from your phone?
Chances are it'll have you sign in. That's what the Sam Sorbo thing did to me yesterday.
Sign into what?
Probably your Gmail account or your toll tag account or something.
Well, they wouldn't know your toll tag account.
No, but they would after you log into it. When they give you a fake login screen,
right?
Then they capture your information. Yeah.
See, I'm technologically smart, but I'm smart enough also to know that I'm not as smart in some cases as these scammers. And if they found a new way to, F with you on the back end, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think you do, that I don't want to be part of their...
Is that what Jeffy scared you with?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because he suggested there was some way that they could do... they could get into your account or your phone. I'm like, wait a second.
No, it's a keystroke thing in more cases than not. But
God works in mysterious ways, and who knows if he didn't send Jeffy as a messenger to me.
That's exactly right. Yeah,
it would be weird for God to do that. But
no, I agree.
God is a comedian playing to an audience afraid to laugh. DMXDM says, I love that one. The toll road, the toll fees. He says, I love that one. There are no toll roads in Iowa. Right? If you have not, when are we giving, I say we, when are you giving away another pen?
Last week of the month.
Last week of the month, which is in, next week
2
is
weeks.
the third week.
Yeah. Today's only the 13th. Yeah, the week
The week from Monday.
It is, so the last full week of the month. So on next Friday, we'll announce it and we'll give it away the following Monday, the 24th. Or I can wait and announce it on the 28th and give it away on the 31st because the 31st is a Monday. I just haven't thought that
It's your
far ahead.
pen.
Yeah, I haven't thought that far ahead yet.
I mean, okay. You're giving away another pen, but in the meantime, if anybody wants to buy one of the executive pens over at Mojo Laser Pros, they are on sale right now, and they're fantastic pens. If you see, the problem is the art of writing is going away.
It is, yeah.
Which is sad.
And ironically, holding a nice pen like this after not writing for a while is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. It is.
Brings
Holding
back
it
old
in your
memories.
hand, you feel how
You know what I'm
smooth
saying?
it is. Yes, it does. It really does.
Makes you want to write a check.
What's a check, Grandpa?
Yeah, what is a check, Grandpa? I write
a
checks
check?
every month. You know that.
I haven't written a check in 10 years.
Yeah. I write a check and Bethy Knott gets them in the mail every month.
I used to balance my checkbook all the time. Did you?
No,
No, you still
no,
do.
I don't.
I haven't balanced a checkbook in probably 20 years. But these, if you are holding on to the old ways, and there are some good old things to hold on to, and this is one of them. This is a really nice executive pen, and it, keep the art form of writing alive.
It makes for a
one day
nice
when
gift. It really does. These are so nice.
One day when the power goes out, you're going to wish you had a really nice pen to write with. You are.
Yeah,
Not kidding.
Yep.
Mojo, why am I selling it and you're pushing back? You're pushing back
I'm not
on my
pushing
sales
back.
pitch.
I just love your sales pitch. I do.
Misty's about to bust into there and hit you over the head
With
with
one
a
of these
pen.
heavy pens. That's right.
With a heavy pen. You can put somebody's eye out with that thing. It reminds me of a video I found on YouTube, which I don't know what the hell the game show is, but when you see it, you're going to wish it was here in the United States because it looks fun. And speaking of yellow fever, we'll do all that coming up here in just a second on the Daily Mojo.
The Daily Mojo.
I was about to say it's hump day, but it's Thursday, isn't it? Today is Thursday.
Yeah, we got over the hump
13th
yesterday.
day. Yeah, we did. This has been a weird week for me, and I don't know why. I had lunch yesterday with my FBI informant, and that was fascinating. It's always interesting to find out what's happening inside.
Is he an FBI informant or is he FBI?
Well, he's an agent.
Okay, so he's
I guess
in the
I would be the
FBI
informant.
and he's
I'm
informing
the one
you?
feeding him information about you.
Oh, snap.
No, I wasn't ever. I've never informed him about anything about you. That's not what I meant to say. That was a slip of the tongue.
Nice.
But it's fascinating to hear about what's happening inside the bureau. And let me just say, there are some very puckered at the moment.
Oh, I bet there are. Yeah.
The puckered buttholes, I do believe, opened for the B-52s back in '89. I think. This is the game shows. I found a random clip on the YouTube. I don't know what game show this is, but it looks like fun.
The hell?
What is? I know. I guess the idea. The idea is you've got the cover over the bell, and both of you just keep hitting it, but you have the option of just pulling the cover off, and if your opponent hits the bell, then you get to hit them over the head with the bonk stick. I think.
Before they get the he's pretty quick with the bonk stick.
I mean, why don't we have this sort of quality entertainment in the United States? Why they switch sides?
Damn, he is fast, dude.
I know. He is serious about that. And
she couldn't get that pan up there fast enough to
It
block
just
it.
tickled the hell out of me for some reason. There's just no good quality entertainment on television anymore, and we need more. We need more quality entertainment.
We
like
do,
that.
but there's a new DVD coming out.
Of
I don't remember. I have to go back and look at it. Hang on a second.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh,
but
yeah,
okay.
you do. Yeah, you do. It's a new DVD coming out about astronauts, I think.
About astronauts? What are you talking about?
Come on. We did this before the show, Brad.
Oh, you talking about the alien thing?
Yeah, the alien
Oh,
alien
what are you
DVD. It's got astronauts in it.
Well, I had no idea what you're talking. There's a new DVD coming about of astronauts. Oh, you mean Alien the movie? Because that's a perfect description.
That's
of
not.
Alien
It wasn't
the movie.
Alien the movie. That's not what it is.
Yes, it is.
Oh my god!
That's exactly what it is. Go read the description again.
I'm doing that right.
Read the
now,
description.
'cause I think you're full
All
of
right.
shit, but
Do you pay any attention to the conversations that we have while
dude,
we're having them?
I'm the one that brought up the conversation. Of course, I pay
My
attention.
point
to it.
exactly. And you think it's a DVD about astronauts?
No, it says this alien synopsis from a Hong Kong
Alien.
bootleg DVD. It does it or does
This
it not have astronauts in it?
No. It technically are they astronauts on board the? Is it the Nostradamus? It says alien.
It
This
does,
alien
but there
synopsis.
are astronauts in the synopsis.
Don't try to
F.
sideways. No, do not try to get out of that. That does not work that way. You were wrong. Just admit it. Just admit it. A real man would admit he's wrong.
Not a real
What
man.
I was about to say before we went down that rabbit hole is the only quality entertainment we really have is out of Washington, D.C.
Oh, shoot. me.
with our elected officials who hate Elon Musk and his quest to get rid of waste, fraud, and abuse. Except when you jump into the Wayback Machine and you head back, let's say 14 years to 2011, you get this.
Yes, you do have to cut some programs. I think there's waste out there. I think there are programs that can and should be cut.
Again, we all agree we have to get rid of waste, fraud, abuse, duplication, obsolescence, and the rest. The GAO has given us a blueprint for that, and we subscribe to that. We all agree that we must reduce the deficit.
There's tremendous waste in government, and I think any Democrat who ignores the lessons, the lessons of those who voted, the lessons of the last election, makes a mistake. The people did want government to cut out the waste and to shrink.
Huh. Weird. So they were all like pro-Doggy back in 2011, but now because it's Elon Musk, and it's not even just because it's Elon Musk, it's because Elon Musk knows Orange Man.
Correct.
And he gets along with Orange Man. Orange Man bought a Tesla.
It's because Trump is attached to it in any shape, form, or
Right.
fashion. Yeah.
Which brings me, because we are now facing a government shutdown, which is amazeballs when you think about what they're doing. I mean, they are willing now. The Democrat Party is now willing to shut down. They're like, shut it down, shut the damn thing down, shut it all down.
Yep.
And the weirdness of it is that these are the same people that, again, we're blaming Trump for any possible shutdown. They are saying now that because was it Medicaid, which isn't even true, that they're trying to cut out Medicaid and Medicare,
Yep.
Social Security, which again, being an old dude, I'm old enough to remember they argued about this in the 80s. That Social Security, they were going to be cutting Social Security, blah blah blah. When has it happened? To my knowledge, it hasn't. It's the same old argument over and over and over. And so now Schumer is out there, and Pelosi, and Bernie Sanders, which tells you all you need to know about Bernie Sanders. He's over there siding with the Democrats. They are willing to shut the whole thing down. The 4D chess move that I think this possibly could be on Trump's part.
Yeah.
Because you know that he had to know before going into this that this is what they would do, right?
You would think, yes. He's got a lot of experience with this occurring.
Yes. He is a genius deal maker. He's always a step ahead of them. I mean, look at Canada. They folded like a cheap suit yesterday.
They're still trying to fight.
With the electricity.
It never works. I said they're still trying to fight, but it's not working.
Are they fight? they backed off on their threat.
Well, yeah, but then another person came out with a threat against them. It was yesterday. I don't remember who it was. But you're right.
They're all folding like cheap suits.
And
So
Trump
is
throws
this-
something out there and then takes it back, and then throws it out there and then takes it back. He's keeping them occupied. That's for damn sure.
Absolutely. So I'm wondering if this is not another 4D chess move that he is employing as a tactic, knowing that the Democrats would do just this. Again, going back to the budget and the continuing resolution, not to go too far off into the economics of it. DMXDM, funny you should mention. I was just thinking of DM and his position on it. He says it's all theater. The Republicans were anti-CR until their guys got their filthy hands on the purse strings. Except, and I explained what my position on it. I'm with you. I don't like the CRs. I don't like the EOs. I don't like any of that stuff. But I think the reason or part of the justification that I'm okay with the continuing resolution at this point in time is because of the Doge stuff. When in history have we had an agency do that, part of the administration, in the first 40 days of the administration, come out and say, all right, here's the waste, the fraud, and the abuse, here's what we need to cut. This is what we're going to do. I mean, has it happened yet? Have they actually cut? No, they have not. And I understand what you're saying. And if 9 months down the road, I don't know how long the process will take, but that is the plan at this point. There's at least a plan in place, as opposed to every other continuing resolution, which was just kick it down the road. At least at this point in time, we've identified all of this waste, fraud, and abuse. We're going to take care of this, but we've got to get this. We got to keep the train moving down the track right now for 6 months. And that's what we hired the guy to do. The guy being Trump and his lieutenants. So I'm okay with it. Because I felt at first, I even questioned it. I thought, am I flip-flopping on the continuing resolution? I don't think I am. I'm not flip-flopping. I've changed. Have I changed my position technically? I mean, I'm still not in favor of continuing resolutions, but I think it's a tool at this point, and it's being utilized.
Yeah.
And again, the Democrats are freaking the hell out because everything is being dismantled right underneath their feet, and there's nothing that they have been able to do about it. They just get out there and they start whining and crying, and then there's more whining and crying and gnashing of teeth. But that's about it. And I'm opening the Rumble chat. Don't want to ignore them or the folks in the Daily MoJo chat room. Wombat Mommy, is he just some guy you picked up off the street who has signs saying he was an FBI informant? But my lunch at no, he's an FBI dude. Let's see. Wombat Mommy says, no, not alien things. That means cow buttholes aren't far behind. Not my dog. Doge needs some of the services that would not be available during a shutdown. All right. So yeah, I get it. And again, I'm with you on the hating the continuing resolutions and all that other crap. I understand, but there is at least a plan out there. That's a good question. See, Curtis over in the Daily MoJo chat room, Ron wants to know, instead of money, can he buy it with eggs, the pens, and how much would they cost if we're doing it in eggs?
That's a good question. Haven't thought about it because we got plenty of eggs right now. Prices of eggs have come down.
You say that now.
Yeah.
What are they now? What's a dozen eggs cost?
I don't know because I don't buy the eggs. I just know I read yesterday that it's down $1.83. So I don't know.
You have a woman for all that.
Mother-in-law.
Is that what you?
Yeah.
You send the mother-in-law out to do the shopping?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Misty does it too. They don't like it when I do it, Brad, because I buy shit that we don't need. Yeah.
That's a genius tactic right there. That is a very that's an excellent tactic. All right, Doge, checking on the Doge here. USDA funding. The USDA was funding a $397,000 grant in the San Francisco Bay Area to educate queer, trans, and BIPOC urban farmers and consumers. Wow. This grant has been canceled. These are just some of the examples of what Doge is doing. So this is the reason that I'm down with all right, let's give them the 6 months. Let's give them the 8 months, whatever it takes. We're not going to have another shot at this. I don't think. Because if this doesn't work, we're done. Inaccurate and misleading. Social Security facing pressure from Doge weighs big cuts to phone services. Agency considers ending phone program that helps with claims processing and is used by millions. They are doing their best to, again, scare everybody. Don't buy into it. I don't think anybody here is buying into it, but if you have friends that are freaking out, is there anything you can do if you have friends that are freaking out?
Nope.
Because if they're freaking out,
they're too far gone.
They're too far gone. That was part of the discussion yesterday, and I don't understand how people can be this clueless and or ignorant about what Doge is doing, what Trump is doing, because it's not that hard to figure out what. Just we have a whole set of Encyclopedia Britannica right here in this little thing I'm holding in my hand.
We do.
You can, and it's updated every second. So if you can't take the time to, look up what is really happening, then I don't know that there's any hope for you. It really is. It's out of our hands at that point. We can't help you. Help us help you. Right?
Deal.
This is also a very special week. And if you need any reason to not to want things to change any more than they already have, if you need any more reasons, remember that we are now at the 5-year point of the Rona.
Yep. It was yesterday.
5 years ago.
Yesterday.
5 years ago that
they shut down the world.
The world was shut. Remember these?
I do.
I came across these in one of the bathrooms here at the motel. The COVID test that we got. How much money did we spend on these?
As a country, quite a bit, because they were sending those out for free.
Yeah.
And if I'm not mistaken, mine all were made in China. That little orange box, see if yours was made in China.
Let's see. I'm pretty sure it was, because that was one of the funny lot number, manufactured. Well, it says manufactured for iHealth Labs, made in China.
Yep. That's irony for you.
It's let's see, the Abbott one
would have been more ironic if it had said made in Wuhan, China.
Right. Let's see. The other COVID-19 is a copyright 2021 Abbott, all rights reserved. It does not. It doesn't have a made sticker. Oh, you're supposed to store these between 35.6 and 86 degrees Fahrenheit. Who knew?
Huh. So
if you've been keeping yours outside underneath the car in the winter, it's probably no good anymore. It doesn't. Electronically protected. I thought it said environmentally protected. That was the other thing I was thinking as I was walking down the street the other day, looking at all of the masks that you still find laying everywhere as trash.
Yeah.
Where were the environmentalists when we were going through a bazillion masks and throwing them away? Where were they?
We're environmental protesters.
Where were they complaining about the pollution and the and gumming up the oceans? Do you have any idea how many masks we went through as a country? Ron, do you?
I do not. I have no clue.
I don't either, but it's a lot. I mean, it's more than a few dozen. All of those masks. It was a very good half a decade to be a mask manufacturer, was it not? That and plexiglass.
Yep.
How'd you make your millions? I was in the plexiglass industry at the beginning of the Rona. What do you do? I made masks. And then I made $1 million. All of the waste, the fraud, and the abuse. And they're crying like little kids on the playground who've had their lunch money stolen from them. Phil Bell has some insight on that as well in his morning update.
This is Phil Bell on the Daily MoJo with your morning update. Now, a few weeks ago, Elon Musk and the Doge team started going through the federal government and finding all of the waste, fraud, abuse, and insanity that the rest of government wanted to keep hidden for such a long time. And while that was happening, Democrats were running around with their hair on fire saying, oh my gosh, no, you can't cut any part of government. It's all important. And oh, by the way, nothing's wrong with it. But then something interesting happened. There was an opportunity to pass a continuing resolution simply to continue the spending on the federal government as is. Almost all of the Democrats in the U.S. House voted against it. And the Senate Democrats are also voting against it. That means all of the government that Democrats just a few days ago said that we couldn't cut and was essential to our lives would be unfunded by these same Democrats. That is hypocrisy at its best. So this is a tremendous opportunity for us as patriots to help our fellow Americans understand what's going on in Washington, D.C., and what kind of games the Democrats are playing. This is a great chance to help them understand why it's important to shrink the size of government, why it's important to take as many of the non-essential government workers as possible and let them go to find other jobs outside of government, and why it's important to change the structure so that government does not grow yet again. And oh, by the way, this is a tremendous opportunity to expose the hypocrisy of the Democrat Party. You and I already know about it, but we've got to make sure that our fellow Americans understand it too. So what I want you to do is leave a comment under the show. Let us know what you think and what you are doing to help expose the hypocrisy of the Democrats when it comes to spending our money. And I also want you to download the Daily MoJo smartphone app and enable notifications. That way you'll be up to date on the latest craziness and good stuff coming out of Washington, D.C., and you'll know how to share it with others. We'll see you down the line, and thanks for choosing the Daily MoJo.
Phil Bell's morning update is only on the Daily MoJo.com. If you're offended, you're listening wrong. The Daily Mojo.
For your Thursday, it's already the 13th day of March. Time continues to march on. See, DM says, I still don't understand why the CR couldn't at least tackle one thing from Doge. Not even USAID. It fully funds everything. Again, I share your concern. But in my book, I hired this guy to tackle the problem. They've been showing me that they're tackling the problems. And once they tackle the problems, well, I'm not sure.
Sorry, I thought you were talking about I hired this guy, and I went to the screen, and it was a rabbit. So I was incorrect. I was wrong.
Well, since you brought it up. So the rabbit that Ron is referring to, I found
it's designed by professional.
Do not. This was written in China. Don't denigrate the Chinese.
They write good stuff, by the way.
If you don't know what designed means, I can't help you either. I found the ad, and you will see them, no doubt, on your computer. Hell, there's one right now. This cute and realistic bunny robot toy is perfect for Easter. I grabbed the screenshot. This is the ad that you will see. There's no sound to it, but this is the ad you will see for this cute and realistic bunny robot toy. And I'm like, damn, that looks pretty damn good, doesn't it? I mean,
it does. If it was a real robot, yeah,
that looks like a real rabbit to me. I mean, it's doing the whole wiggle in the nose thing and all of that. And you see, it's made by the company Fenil.
Yep,
down there. And so if you Google the Fenil Bunny Pal, you will find out that everything is not as you probably think it would be. Now, again, going back to the woman who was scammed for $40,000 by the dude on Tinder, I'm like, well, somebody's going to click on this and they're going to go, oh, that's cute, and my niece or my granddaughter, whatever, would love it. So this is what happens when you Google the rabbit, and is it a scam? Is it legit? I mean, you're probably going to be surprised when you find out that it's a scam, because they don't look anything like that rabbit at all. Again, these are some more of the and this is apparently a pretty big deal. A lot of people are getting suckered in on this thing. If you again copy and paste the Fenil Bunny Pal toy, what is it? Is it 50? It's like $50 on their website when you go to the Fenil website. If you look at Walmart for that same toy, it's like $15. So if you're going to click on this, go to Walmart, because it is not. I mean, that rabbit does not look a damn thing like the one in the video, does it? Except for the fact that it is shaped like a rabbit.
Yeah.
It doesn't look
My
like
guess is it doesn't move like that rabbit.
No, it doesn't. So anyway, this is they're spending a lot of money out there, or they're getting a lot of promotion for it. So just don't get hornswoggled. It's not good for you. We have an update on the John Pelletier thing. The police chief that was in Vegas. He's actually, I don't think he was a police chief there. I think he was just he may have been a captain, whatever. But he was now, he's been named as a co-defendant, co-conspirator, I should say, in the Diddy case. And there are some other names that have now been leaked out there with it. I guess it's in the lawsuit, not necessarily leaked. But he has been accused of helping cover up a gang rape by Diddy, Odell Beckham Jr., and comedian Drewski. You ever heard of Drewski?
I have not. No,
I haven't either. But apparently he's a thing. And I don't know if we made this point or not yesterday, but he is being accused of impersonating a Contra Costa sheriff's deputy. So he wasn't even, a sheriff's deputy. He was posing as one when he was called to this home in Orlando, California, according to the lawsuit. That, he shows up posing as this sheriff's deputy, tells her to go home. He doesn't take her home. He doesn't call the ambulance, according to the lawsuit. And then, according to her, he hands one of the neighbors an envelope of cash. Why would they bring him into this? I mean, what would be the reason? I mean, why would she just randomly, hashtag believe all women, right? What would be the reason?
I don't know.
It just seems kind of weird.
A number of reasons, I would assume.
Like what?
who knows? Why? I don't know, dude. No matter what answer I give you, it's going to be incorrect. Are
you dealing with PTSD?
Maybe.
No, I'm just saying that why would she do this? What is the reason that she would do it? I mean, just out of thin air. It doesn't make any sense that she would just make up his name.
Yeah.
I guess is what I'm trying to say. Do you not see that? Sorry, am I interrupting you? Are you in the middle of something?
I am actually, but yes, I'm trying to respond to you and do it at the same time.
Oh, what are you doing?
Got a little issue going on.
Really? Is it bad?
No, it's an app issue. It looks like.
Oh, okay. I got the picture of Chicky Poo. This is Jane who sent me the
hello,
the picture on Telegram. Right?
This is me, Jane. Do you still remember me?
It's almost like that is a pre-produced. What in the hell is hanging from the ceiling behind her? She like in a sex dungeon? She an acrobat? What the hell is that going on back there? Maybe she's at the gym. And if she's at the gym, everybody wears their glasses at the gym, right? And whatever. That is Jane Ma, who just randomly texted me and wants to be my friend. I mean, why wouldn't she?
Wow.
Should I send her the $40,000 or not?
No.
I shouldn't?
No.
I don't know. It seems like it kind of might kind of be fun. Just saying. The other thing that we were... Well, what's wrong with the app? Now you got me curious. What's wrong with the app?
Some people can't get it too. Got somebody using the app on a computer, the web app, and it
that's
won't,
supposed to be the really good one.
Yeah, and it won't make the video large when you click on expand it.
Oh,
so I'm working with them.
Okay, gotcha. In the meantime, Disney is also even more. We mentioned that. Let's see, we are it's the 21st. Today is the 3rd. We are 8 days away from the premiere of Snow White and the 7 nightmare-fueled dwarves. They have now scaled back the premiere itself, and they will have no press at the premiere of Snow White, which is today's 13th, 14th. On Saturday night, there will be a premiere at the El Capitan Theater in Hollywood. Rachel Zegler will be there. Gal Gadot will be there. But there will be no media there other than a photographer and a house crew. And that's it. The studio didn't comment for the story, but they scaled back the plans because the woman you see on your screen, if you are watching the video, apparently not on the app because it doesn't work. But if you know who, oh, gotcha. Rachel Zegler is insufferable and can't shut her effing mouth about anything. And when you think about the fact that she is all pro-Palestine and Gal Gadot is from Israel, the fact that Gal Gadot at the Oscars was able to keep her composure walking next
without
to the
a doubt, dude.
Obnoxious midget without knocking her halfway across the planet is a testament to Gal Gadot's inner peace.
I'm curious as to how they made it through the movie. I mean, they had several scenes together.
Yeah, they did a bunch of them. But and where's the trailer? I had the trailer over. That's not it. Where did it go? Is it back here? No. The trailer at this point has had the biggest ratio. No, there it is, right there. It's under the Snow White ratio. The trailer has so far the ratio of likes to dislikes. We are looking at 53,000 likes, 1.5 million dislikes.
Wipe the queen. Change everything. Take him away.
Your Majesty.
What did you say?
He's not even a prince.
No, but Zegler made a lot of comments about the fact that in the old story, you know, she was, it was something
Saved
about
by the prince.
She was being, Snow White was being stalked, blah, blah, blah.
If you mean by saving her life.
Yeah.
I mean, that was what it was. He was saving her life. He kissed her and she wakes up from the poison apple. So he saves her life. Someone put this together, and it is, how do you say in English? Genius. You'll find this over on the YouTube.
Magic mirror on the wall. Who's the fairest one of all?
Let's see. Excuse me. Your curtain. Please allow me to help.
Help? From you? Spare me your white savior complex.
I didn't mean to offend. I just thought you should know that
I should know what? That some privileged white guy thinks his opinion matters? Get over your entitlement. I'm not some damsel in distress waiting for you to ride in on your high horse.
I'm really sorry. I was just trying to be kind.
Kind? If you want to be kind, disappear and take the patriarchy with you. Seriously, go away, stalker. You're weird. Weird.
My queen, you're the fairest, but no longer the most evil.
Wait, what?
Genius. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's
essentially what she said. Yeah.
What does it feel like when you know that you are the reason that a movie is going to
flop
spectacularly, not just flop, but absolutely implode?
Disney's got to be happy about this, right? Good Lord. Wow.
I can't even begin to know what it feels. I mean,
she talked about the original film's anti-feminist bend. She said, the original cartoon came out in 1937, and very evidently so. There's a big focus on her love story with a guy who literally stalks her. Weird. So we didn't do that this time. Yeah, she just kind of drove that straight into the ground. Plus, then she said, F Donald Trump.
Yeah, she hates him too.
The minute you write something like that, you alienate over half the country.
Right.
Even Disney lovers are like, nope.
Why in the hell did Disney not just, as the critical drinker suggested, why didn't they just go straight to like Disney Plus with this?
Oh, they should have. Yeah.
And at least take part of it as a write-off. Because
look, if you've got to take all of the media away from the premiere because damn it, then it's just not going to do what it's supposed to do for them. Not to mention the fact they pissed off all dwarfs way at the beginning. You remember that.
Because of all whatever the hell those things were that they initially were going to be the 7 dwarves, like they were just bizarre looking.
Peter Dinklage, he's like, hey, stop it.
The word dwarf is in the title. I don't know. Maybe you should think about. Now, what Ron was referring to earlier in the program about the astronauts. I don't know how in the hell
was that anyway, on the Alien DVD.
It was Alien. It's in capital letters.
I see it now
on the meme, and this was sent in Mike Opelka's daily prep. It's from Beyond Fest. And it's, can you put it up on the screen?
No, I don't have it over here on this computer where I can. Hang on.
Good grief. I can't do it either from here. I don't think. Maybe I can. This will be exciting if I can.
I'm trying to get it.
I bet I can do it faster. What do you think?
All right.
Did you get it yet?
No.
I did. It's over here, right there. Here is the meme. Beyond Fest, this alien synopsis from a Hong Kong bootleg DVD needs to be in a museum and guarded as a cultural treasure. And it's kind of like the instructions that you would find on anything made in China that kind of loses something in translation. So what we have done is we have taken those words and we have fed them into AI, and I guess it's kind of like David Attenborough-ish. It's an English accent because everything sounds better with an English accent. The description of Alien, the new DVD release.
Spaceship people get up from sleeping coffin and have eat. Computer woman finds strange noisings on planet and astronauts go to seeing. Astronauts find big elephant man who dead then find too many egg. Astronaut is possessed by egg demon. A new egg demon is come when eat bad noodle. 7 friends and cat all try to find egg demon before spaceship go home but is hard working. Who will life to escaping? Who is bad milk blood robot? Scream not working because space make deaf.
That has just such a...
I can't hear you because space make deaf.
Right, exactly. Space make deaf.
Space make deaf.
There's always something lost in the translation when they... Oh, speaking of midgets.
Nobody said anything about midgets.
Well, dwarf, same thing. Did you know that in Alien, to make the statue bigger, like right there?
Yeah.
Those are kids in those spacesuits. They made the set smaller, and they put kids in the spacesuits. And if you look at them, you can see that they're kids walking. Anywhere they wanted to make the scale look larger for the set, they just put kids in the spacesuits, right there, and it made the environment look bigger. Huh?
Interesting.
Huh?
Yeah, interesting.
Isn't that something? You're welcome.
Thank you.
Don't say I don't give you things to learn here on the Daily Mojo, which, by the way, will return in just a second.
Stupidity is not a competition.
I've now been in 50...
Unless you're a politician.
7 states. I think 1 left to go.
The Daily Mojo. The Daily Mojo.
In the Rumble chat room, Jody121 says Washington, D.C. has a bad case of cranial rectal inversion. No doubt. Gifted Guru says Bard found his informant in Grindr. Did I? He's a good-looking man. I mean, if it was a man.
Yeah.
I'm not necessarily saying it's a man. Damn it with Beaver, they aren't looking at the spending cuts. They hear the scare tactics, and they are emotionally charged. That they do, and they also, even with the spending cuts, they've been convinced somehow that they're going to, the good stuff is going to be cut. And if you're sucking at the government teat, then maybe the good stuff is going to be cut for you. Speaking of government teats, look who wandered in the door. It's the host of the Chewing the Fat podcast. Did Space just make us deaf on that one? I wasn't sure. Jeff Fisher joins the Daily Mojo in all of his glory.
Happy
you look good.
Speaking of midgets,
the audio
I
is
drove
completely
by.
gone.
I'm going to guess it's you because we didn't hear the on the transition either.
All right, let me see what I can do here. Sorry, Jeff, stand by, buddy. Don't know what's going on here.
Standing
Jeff,
by.
you look good though, and that's really all that matters.
Yeah.
It is.
Standing by.
Whatever the hell it was on the app that you broke this in the process.
I didn't mean to break it. Why is my audio not working?
I don't know the answer to that question.
Why is the audio not working?
Do you know sign language?
I do.
While we're fixing that, let's check in over here on the Daily Mojo chat room. Patrick G said, how much did the movie cost? They say it had a budget around $300 million, and it is right now. However, they prognosticate the weekend box office for a movie. They think it's going to bring in about $53 million.
Jeff?
I don't know. You tell me.
There it is.
Es un milagro.
Speaking of midgets, hey, I saw these kids playing. Stop it. What are we talking about? I mean, good morning.
Those are kids.
Hi, good to talk to you. I got it. But
those are kids.
What have to do with midgets? Speaking of midgets.
Well, kids. Well, they're both short. I made it relatable. That's what you're supposed to do in this business is make look at how tiny they are. And they look see when you know that they're kids.
They look like
you can't
midgets.
see. They look like midgets.
They look like midgets.
Avoid bad noodle. That's the important thing. So,
Face make death.
I noticed
Hi,
you called
how
me
are you?
yesterday.
Good to see you.
I'm doing so well.
Don't worry about it. I know you were having lunch with paying for lunch with your whistleblower, so I got it. Don't worry about it.
I know. At first, I didn't say that they were a whistleblower. I just said that they,
you did, but then you rephrased.
I just, it's a. I feel like I can't say anything because this place might be bugged.
Oh,
I don't want them to hear anything I'm saying at this point.
Right. You only work every day with the microphone in front of you. It might be bugged. Okay. All right. Got it.
I had never thought about the fact that they could have bugged this microphone. Ron, how do we go about checking? You're the tech. What am I asking you for? You can't even turn on Jeff's sound. But I mean, they could have. They could have bugged this microphone.
They could actually go to the app and listen. Oh wait. Anyway.
Wait, no, they can't do that either. Ron makes sure
the app is working. The app is working. I just tested it all myself. It's fine.
Well,
I don't know. I don't know what's
so
going on
right now.
All they're trying to do is make it large.
That's a story of my life. Thank you.
Leon is getting larger. Okay, what? Who wants to be? It's a woman, isn't it? It's a woman that's complaining.
It is not a woman, actually.
How do you know?
A gay man?
Not a gay man.
That's a good point. How do you know that?
Yeah. He didn't sound gay. Oh, okay.
He's not going to answer us.
No,
he's done.
Because
he's
it's not my fault the app doesn't work. Maybe you use an Android product. That's all I'm saying. Maybe a PC. Be fine.
We're now over on the Kick platform. Are you aware of that?
Oh wow, I am not aware of that.
We are on we're on Kick, which is I think where all of the cool people are.
That's for sure. When you think cool, you think Kick.
Kick, not the Kick that you're used to, not the KIK, like that's a dating app, I think, but the KICK.com and app, which is
great pause right there.
I know, 30 frames every second, and there's not one of them that looks good. But what they do, and apparently what is a big deal now in streaming, is there are a lot of people out there just streaming their day, like they're going to the gym and they stream the whole damn thing.
Right. Yeah.
And people are watching
their
it.
entire life is their content. Yeah. It's been that way for quite some
Which
time.
is
Welcome to the new world.
Has it though?
Yeah.
No, it's not, because this is you don't really see that much on YouTube. You don't see people doing the live stream all the time of just their live. The one dude over on Kick is in Thailand, and he streams like a whole evening out in Thailand.
Big surprised you're getting texts from AI hookers. I was just streaming Thailand.
I mean, it's just let's see. It's weird because Thailand, first of all, is there he is. I mean, it's like the entire, he just does like his entire night out, like at a bar.
Yeah.
And a lot of the people who are in it are these Thai lady boys.
Yeah.
Who are really,
That's why you go to Thailand.
Why is that? What is it about Thailand that, I mean, they look like women. I mean, they're not even that looks like a dude. They look, I mean, you would not know they're not women unless you knew they weren't women. Why is that? Why is Thailand like that? What is it about Thailand that makes them
I
look
don't know,
that way.
but I'll thank them for it and thank Thailand for creating and developing that. It's good for them.
Well, I mean, when you think about Thailand, you don't think about cutting edge surgeons, do you? I mean, generally speaking, and at least I don't. It just, it's like going to Mexico to get surgery. It's probably not going to end well for you.
It's more. I think more Brazil is an issue with surgeries. Mexico has been pretty good lately.
Don't you remember those people? Wasn't it last year they went down there to get Botox or something? And they ended up in the crossfire of a gang fight, and four of them ended up dead in the trunk of their car.
Yeah.
And then didn't you do a story about 9 people in the trunk of their, like, with their hands cut off?
Yeah, the kids. Yeah, the kids, the school kids, that's what that story. That's another one of those stories that is like, it's so, you see the headline, 9 kids found in the trunk with their heads and hands cut off, and then it's like, oh, they're Mexican. Oh, okay, never mind. If they were American kids, we'd be pissed. But they're
right.
Mexican
But
kids, so we don't care.
There's Mexican
We don't
kids.
care.
They were,
We don't
but they had all their hands were all. What the hell do you do?
I don't know.
In Mexico, that they cut your heads and your hands off,
right?
And weren't they in a bag?
Well, yeah, they were covered up in the trunk, and they couldn't squeeze them all in, so one was just tossed to the side with a tarp over them. But again, they were Mexican students, so we don't care.
What is it? I mean, seriously, what do you do that gets you in such deep bandini in Mexico that
Maybe
they dismember you and your 8 friends?
Maybe they thought they were in Thailand and started doing Thailand things, and the Mexican cartel people said, no, we don't do that here. I don't know. I have no idea. But whatever it is, I wish someone would explain it to me, because I don't want to do it.
I was going to say, I want to make sure
but I don't want to do it.
Right. I do not want to go down that road.
No, I do not.
Not even a little bit. There's a lot of things I will do. That's not one of them.
Correct. I was reading a story this morning about a lady who drove her car off the road and was stuck in her car for 6 days. And go ahead. I know
awfully broad. That's an awfully broad statement, number one. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Number 2, that could describe any woman.
So in Indiana,
let's try to be more specific.
Leaves her parents' house and then drives off the road. Apparently, she fell asleep and she missed the bridge, and she goes down into this ravine where this little creek is, and she's there for 6 days. 6 days. She's stuck in her car. She can't move, and she is dipping her sweater into the creek water so that she can suck on her sweater for water. She lived for 6 days. She ended up thinking that she was just going to die there. And finally, 6 days later, some guy driving a big tractor trailer truck drives by and says, hey, that looks like a car down there. And he goes and he calls his boss. I think the guy that actually saw her the first time, this Martinez guy, he may be illegal, because the rest of the story says this Martinez guy spotted her, but then they quote the other guy that Martinez called through the whole story. So he's like, don't quote me on this. So anyway, they go down and get this lady, and they rescue her. And she was there for 6 days, and she survived. It's wonderful. It's all cool, and everything's, the family's happy. And they tried to tell you that this is why everybody needs an air tag and have a cell phone that you can track. And it's just like the guy in 2023 that drove his truck off a road in Indiana and crashed it. And he laid there for several days until somebody found him. He couldn't reach his phone. The guy had his phone. They still couldn't find him. And, this guy who laid in his truck for days, he's sure he had to lose his leg. He got his leg amputated from the thing, but he's fine now. So I would say.
Why are there so many retards in Indiana?
I don't know. And I don't understand. Maybe you don't drive off the road in Indiana, because you're not going to be found. It's an incredible story. I love that story so much. I mean, I'm happy that she's okay. I don't want people to, be lost in a creek in Indiana.
Well, and again, she's a reasonable looking woman. So do you give her the car keys back at this point?
I don't know.
Or do you say, I think you've had enough?
the parents were all over social media and stuff asking. They were worried about her, concerned about her, because the guy who actually, the guy that went down to see if she was okay, he said, everybody's looking for you. Are you okay? And what, do you know what day it is? And the lady goes, no, he asked her, how long you been here? And she said, since Wednesday. And the guy said, oh, you must be out of your mind because today's Tuesday. It's not Wednesday yet. No, last Wednesday. Idiot.
Wow. And just because there's the bunny rabbit too. I told you that damn thing was all over the place.
Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah.
That rabbit, you're going to see it everywhere now. Don't buy it. Don't buy it.
Why?
That's all I'm going to say. It's a ripoff. When you click on that, you can find the same damn thing. If you really, really want it, number one, it doesn't look like that because that's a real rabbit. That's not a robot that they're showing you in the picture. Okay. And number two, you click on the link, it's like $80. Look for the same thing at Walmart. It's $35.
Oh, well, I mean, you
$20,
can still purchase the
like
product. It's not a scam. Of
if you want to, I mean, it doesn't look like what they say it looks like is the problem. Hang on a second. I just saw this story.
We've all had to deal with that in our lives.
Well, boy,
that doesn't look like it was advertised.
Wait a second. Why am I just now seeing this? I think somebody did send me. Do you know what the deal is with the two guys that are being charged in the case? Remember the three dudes?
Yeah, in Missouri. They were found dead outside the house there. Remember, they were at the Chiefs playoff party or whatever, and they were frozen to death outside the house. They charged a couple of guys for giving them the drugs that they overdosed on. They killed them. That's my synopsis of that story.
I mean,
there's more details of obviously, but they charged a couple of guys that sold them the drugs that they were was
it fentanyl?
Yeah,
what was it?
And
do we know?
There were a couple other drugs that they had in their system as well.
Because whatever the hell it does, whatever makes you wander into the backyard in snow and just sit down and go, I'm going to take a nap, and I mean, I don't know what that is, but that's a mighty powerful drug.
Look, many people, I say we all, and this is just not from experience. I'm just saying that I've known people who may do or have done specific kind of drugs in places where it gets really cold outside, and you get all hot and bothered and warm, and so you go outside to cool down a little bit. And I can see how it could happen.
And then you end up laying down in the snow and dying. Of course, it happens all the time. It happened to Ron. I'm pretty sure it happened to Ron not too long ago.
Not happened to me. No.
Stuff like that happens.
Okay.
What are you gonna do? You're just gonna die in the snow. That's what happens. A lot of people do that and don't die. These guys obviously stayed out there too long.
It was such a weird story.
Yeah.
Because the other dude stayed in the house because it was his house, I guess. And why were they going out back? Yeah. They weren't even like leaving.
Probably just to cool down, like I said. And maybe that's where some guy likes his beer half frozen or whatever. He had a can of beer out there. I don't know. They kept the vodka out back in the winter. Who knows?
They kept the vodka. I don't know why I didn't think of that the whole time that mystery was unfolding. Maybe they kept the vodka on the back porch.
Out back and the snow.
That's probably what it is.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. No problem.
What the hell did you send me?
Oh, okay.
Now, as I put it over here, I see the idea of the Vegetable Orchestra.
Okay, yeah, because I wanted to congratulate the touring orchestra, the Vegetable Orchestra, which now has a Guinness World Record. It's an 11-piece orchestra from Vienna, and they have performed a total of 344 concerts using specifically made instruments such as the carrot recorder, the cucumber phone, the radish bass flute, the percussive pieces of eggplant, and a leek viola. And this video is showing and talking to some of the members of the Vegetable Orchestra. Just wanted how they create their
show and their instruments. Okay, that's
It does have audio, but maybe we can't get it because of the app. Oh, okay, there you go.
For every concert, the instruments are built completely new, fresh, and they are fading often already during the concert.
Oh, that's kind of sad that the.
I didn't realize this thing was 5 minutes long. It's a fascinating video of the Vegetable Orchestra. And here you go. There you go.
Is she? What is she doing to that carrot? Wow.
Talent. That's what that is. Talent.
Are you sure that's what that is? Okay.
Yes, it is. That's exactly what it
We keep inventing instruments and ways of playing them.
Oh.
Go on now.
Okay, that's kind of good stuff. I can't tell if that's genius. Or did they get a grant for this? Because I'm betting they did.
Yeah, well, they may have used it.
Is that celery?
They may be getting used that money. They probably aren't going to tour anymore.
Mind expanding.
I mean, if they came to town, wouldn't you pay? I mean,
absolutely,
$30 to go.
What are you doing to that lettuce? Put that lettuce down. What are you doing to it?
They've done 344 concerts, which is the Guinness World Record for a vegetable orchestra.
What do you want to bet they throw one hell of a party?
Well, right, and at the end of each show, they make a soup with all the vegetables and they share it.
They do not. They do not.
Yes, they do.
They do. Because you're going to eat what they've just been licking on and blowing into up on the stage.
Leftover. It's the food that they have left over from preparing the instruments.
Oh, okay. So it's not like they grabbed the carrot out of her mouth and.
Correct.
I'm sorry. Is he beating an eggplant?
Oh, that squeak is funny.
Come on now.
You know what that is that's making the squeak? It's a leak. That is a squeaky leak. All right, I'm halfway intrigued by this now.
Me too. That's why. Me too.
How did at some point during their life they sat down and went, I'll bet I could make a flute out of this carrot.
If I drilled a hole in this carrot, that's a cucumber.
Yeah, but it had a pepper, like a bell pepper.
Yeah.
As the horn on the end.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not against federally funding projects.
You said money for this? Yeah, you definitely have you said money for this.
I mean, at least it's entertainment somewhat. I mean, this is better than
absolutely.
Should at least.
They also said that that what they really would appreciate is that people stop asking them about whether or not they're all vegan or vegetarians. Don't ask it again. Hey, we've been asked millions of times. All right, we're not. Stop asking us. So anyway, congratulations to the Vegetable Orchestra for being in the Guinness World Record. You know, I've always wanted to hold a Guinness World Record, and I do not hold one at this time, and I'm always very disappointed in that.
If you had just thought about blowing a cucumber or slapping an eggplant.
Let's rephrase that. If I thought about making the cucumber make sound while blowing it.
Well, yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Well, yes.
Yeah.
That's true. I think that the first comment, and that video has been up there for a long time. The first comment, which is 4 years old, says, I understand that people can be creative, but I would love to meet the person who came up with this idea and ask them what drugs they were taking at the time.
We've got to come up with something unique. We've got to come up with something unique, and this is it. The Vegetable Orchestra. So congratulations to the Vegetable Orchestra from Vienna, Austria. What are you doing this weekend? You want to go out to dinner? I can't. I got to do a show. I'm blowing ahead of cabbage. So,
what do you do for a living? I blow cabbage.
I blow cabbage.
Pretty sure that's what Ron did before he got married. That's where you'd find him on any given Saturday night. I was going to save this, but I'm not sure that I can wait until Saturday morning for Saturday Morning Live to tell you.
I've got some stuff. I have some things saved already for Saturday as well. Our Saturday Morning Live show airs on Saturday morning, amazingly, at 9 a.m. Central every Saturday with you, Brad Staggs, and myself. You can catch it. I don't know. I guess you can.
Most
catch
of the times
it
it works.
Or Mojo, or I'd rather
you really go ahead. Just say it. Just say it. I know what you want to say, so just say it.
Jeffy JFR, my X account. That's all you need to know.
Right. There are other places you can find it, but that's really the one you need to know about is on Jeffy's X account. But I was going to save this, but I thought, nope, because we live in a world now.
Does it tie in with the midgets or the Vegetable Orchestra?
Well, let's say that you were a midget and you had Botox. Blowing ahead of cabbage. Well, it's funny because it's comedy clubs in the United Kingdom now. A top UK comedy club is now banning audience members who have had Botox.
Because they can't smile. Because they can't smile.
Is that what it is?
No expression on their face. Yep.
You going to grab that there shot there?
I would, except it's really freaking small. Okay.
What is size?
Because
have to
if you've only had like one or two and you've not done your 3 cuts to clown face yet, you should be able to smile.
Well, let's see. They
UK is out of control. I have a story. I don't have it here in front of me, but I have the story of where they're talking about having bars, nightclubs, stand-up clubs report people on what they're saying in those establishments now in the UK. I mean, stop it.
Ron, how did you know? How did you know the thing with the smile?
I don't know the thing with the smile, but that's what Botox does. Is it takes your expression away? Yeah.
Yeah.
You said, Jeff, you just said common sense, which is why I was trying to figure out how Ron came up with that.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Obvious reason. But that's what it is. They have banned a comedy club has banned guests with Botox because the people in the audience with frozen faces aren't reacting to their jokes.
It keeps you from, like, it's supposed to take out the wrinkles in your forehead and all this other stuff like that.
It does.
The fact of the matter is you can't smile. Your eyes don't. You just don't have any expression.
There's no expression. Yeah.
And so your comedians are like, damn it. I'm bombing up here.
That's why I stopped doing it. Because I just couldn't take the Botox. I wanted to continue to put that poison in my skin.
This has got to be satire. This has to be satire. Has to be, right?
Probably, but it makes sense. But the thing is that, well, that's what makes it funny, Jeff, is when it's so close to the truth. Yeah, I got it. That's how it works. But it's very possible that it is. But what the story that I talked about, where they are asking bars and other establishments to report on what people are saying, that's true.
So wait, if you go to a comedy club and their jokes offend you, those people are
I'm positive
calling
of that. In the UK, I would believe that in the UK. But what they were talking about was just the everyday bars where people go and get drunk and mouth off and say.
Oh, so they want people to inform on all the conversations privately going on in the bar. Yeah,
that's correct.
Wait, I thought they want people to inform on other people who are having private
Correct.
conversations in the bar so they can figure out what's going on. It's basically spying
Don't
on
say
them.
anything bad about the government. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. I thought it was that they wanted them to inform on what the comedians were saying, but that's not what you're saying.
No, the story I don't think talked about the comedy clubs, but it's very possible, especially in the UK. I mean, they're arresting people for memes. You think they're not going to arrest comedians?
Yeah.
Come on now.
And the dude who did the Mark Meacham, who was arrested and convicted for teaching his dog to give the Nazi salute.
Okay. Wow.
He is, and this year, this is a story. This has been a few years ago too. I think we were concerned about other things, and he's known online as Count Dankula. He posted a video of his dog raising its paw in the manner of a Nazi salute. He was arrested and convicted of being grossly offensive under the Communications Act 2003. He was fined £800, and he and I don't know if he ever went to prison or not.
Yeah.
He says he would rather go to prison than pay the fine.
Oh yeah, they'll put him in prison if he doesn't pay the fine. Then yeah, they will.
But this is from years ago. This is like 2019.
Yeah,
so I don't know if he ever got.
They've killed him.
He's
gone
now
now.
dead.
Yeah, he's done. Rest in peace.
Huh. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a YouTuber faces jail for teaching dog Nazi salute. What the hell is wrong with people?
I
no,
don't know.
never mind. Don't answer that.
I don't know.
All right.
Are we back to Thailand
it's
again?
time. No, it's time for us to go. So you have to tell us when your little podcast is.
Already?
Look, we've been together.
Right.
Time flies. It's like a date with a hot chick. You look down at your watch. You've already been with her for 3 hours.
Available wherever you get your podcasts. Drops every afternoon, Monday through Friday. Be sure to subscribe. As of today, I can't promise tomorrow, but as of today, your subscription is free of charge. So
does your app work?
It does. It does.
Okay.
Whatever platform
okay,
you want to
check.
subscribe on, you to warm the cockles of your heart, you go right ahead, and it will work.
It warms up.
It will.
All right.
It will warm up.
It is. All right, Jeff Fisher, ladies and gentlemen, host of Chewing the Fat podcast, and we're back with more of the Daily Mojo in a minute.
Stupidity is not a competition.
The whole island will become so
unless you're a politician.
Overly populated that it will tip over and capsize.
The Daily Mojo. The Daily Mojo.
Marine in the Woods in the Rumble chat room says, did they charge the dog for the Nazi salute? I don't know that they did.
Who's to say the dog wasn't
wouldn't
just
surprise me.
waving? I mean, what the hell? Who came up?
No, I think
did the guy specifically say, "Oh,
actually-
look, I showed him how to do a Nazi salute"?
Yes.
If the guy said
think he
that, then
did.
he's a dumbass. If he said, "Look, my dog's waving,"
Why?
and somebody else went, "Oh, that looks like a Nazi salute," I'm turning you in.
It shouldn't be. Well, again, I was going to say here in America that wouldn't happen, but never mind. It
Hey, damn
possibly-
sure could.
Yeah, it was a hate crime. He recorded his girlfriend's pug Buddha responding to statements such as "gas the Jews" and "Sig Heil" by raising its paw. But police were alerted, and he was arrested for allegedly committing a hate crime. He's of Coatbridge, Lanarkshire, England. He went on trial where he denied any wrongdoing. Do they not? Well, I guess they don't. They don't have the U.S. Constitution in England, I'm being told. He insisted he made the video, which was posted 10 years ago, to annoy his girlfriend. But they found him guilty of a charge under the Communications Act that he posted a video on social media and YouTube, which was grossly offensive because it was anti-Semitic and racist in nature. I'm going to take this back because now, if you did that, you'd be hailed as a hero. Right? I mean, by the pro-Palestinian crowd.
Yeah.
He did not believe the sheriff told the court he did not believe Meacham had made the video only to annoy his girlfriend and ruled it as anti-Semitic. Wow.
Look, the dude made a video. That's where he screwed up.
No, well, I disagree because it should be. Again, it's free speech. But
Not in
that's
the UK.
Free speech. I know.
Yeah.
I know, and but for these yutzes out there who are all talking about moving to Ireland or wherever the hell they want to go because, Trump is a fascist and a Nazi, etc.
Isn't that where Rosie went? Was that Ireland?
No, that was Ellen.
No, Rosie O'Donnell moved to Ireland.
Did she really?
Yes, to get out of the country.
We need to call Ireland and apologize? Rosie O'Donnell moved to Ireland?
I think it was Ireland.
Really?
Yeah, that was just recent.
Rosie O'Donnell moves to Ireland. Yeah,
Yeah.
You're right.
What?
Ireland.
Yeah.
Shut the door.
And
Shut the gate.
there's a bunch of memes out there of them trying to send her back.
She has moved to Ireland, citing U.S. politics as a catalyst for her relocation in a 10-minute long TikTok video, because that's what you need from Rosie O'Donnell. She said she moved with her 12-year-old child on January 15th, just days before Trump was sworn to office. I moved here, and it's been pretty wonderful. I have to say, the people are so loving and so kind, so welcoming. I'm very grateful. I'm in the process of getting my Irish citizenship, as I have Irish grandparents. Although I was never someone who thought I would move to another country, that's what I decided would be best for myself and my 12-year-old child. Good for her. Good for her.
Yeah, Trump made a comment about it yesterday, but I don't remember what it was. I'd have to find it. Let's see.
She said it's safe. She said all citizens have equal rights. I miss many things about life there at home, and I'm trying to find a home here in the beautiful country. And when, it's safe for all citizens to have equal rights there in America, that's when we'll consider coming back. What rights did she not have here? Not that they're, and again, where she's right is we think, hold on a second. What am I? I'm getting a phone call. Did you have something important to say?
Hey, long-time listener, first-time caller.
Welcome to the program.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, I don't know if you heard, but Rosie O'Donnell moved to Ireland.
Oh, thank you, Jeff.
She took her kid. Did you not see President Trump address this with the head of Ireland yesterday as well?
I had things to do yesterday. I was busy.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh.
I was busy.
Anyway, I normally agree with everything you say in your show, but this time I have to take
Thanks for calling. We appreciate it. Bob in Arkansas. Thanks for calling the program.
Trump said, yeah, you're better off not knowing her. Do you even know who she is? He asked the reporter, and he said, nah, probably not. You're better off not knowing her.
Right.
Isn't that who he called a pig or something at one time? Didn't he call her a pig?
Yes.
Back in the day? Yeah.
Yep. She's a pig. And she had called him names prior to.
Oh, yeah.
And, whatevs. I mean, welcome to the new millennia.
Yeah, but she said she did what she said she was going to do, unlike a lot of the other people who said they're going to move out of the country if Trump gets reelected.
Well, now after seeing that, she must have said something about this a long time ago, because there's somebody else I know online who hits from that side of the plate, said the same thing. It was going to move to Ireland. I'm like, okay, what? I mean, Ireland's a pretty place. I've never been, but I've seen pictures, and they do have a constitution that supposedly everybody has rights and blah blah blah. Now, again, it's getting harder and harder to with things the way they are in America, because again, do we really have free speech here? Ask Douglas Mackey.
Yeah, no kidding.
So things are, but you've got a choice. You can either stay and try to help make it better here, or you can, bail and go somewhere else. It's up to you. It's a free world. Free Willy.
Mm-hmm.
The Zoom room I see is happening over there. Who's in the Zoom room?
Oh, we've got Timmy Whiskey. Whiskey's on the road today. Free range prisoner John. Yep, there he is. We've got Beaver, Erica, Misinformation, El Nando, and Wisconsin Jackhole today.
welcome to all of it. And I'm glad that you brought up whiskey, because he did send a message to me over on the Facebook, and it was because we talked about the WNBA either yesterday or the day before, and the fact that what's her face wants to strike not Rosie. It's not Brittany. Who's the other one? Is her name Rosie?
I don't think so.
Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Wants to strike because they're not getting paid as much as the NBA. And this dude, I don't even know who this guy is, but he
lays
is
it
a
out
pretty
there
good
for you.
explanation of why they ain't getting paid the same money.
And they hashtagged it with equal pay for equal work. Now, I did a little bit of research. It's not exactly equal work. Let me break it down for you. The WNBA plays a 40-game season. The NBA plays an 82-game season. If you add one game to the 40, you get a reducible fraction, 41 over 82, or 1/2 as many games in a WNBA season as in an NBA season. Now, is each of these games the same length? No, the WNBA plays 2 20-minute halves or 40 minutes of basketball. The NBA plays 4 12-minute quarters or 48 minutes of basketball. The fraction there is 40 over 48, or 5 6 minutes of basketball in a WNBA game as an NBA game. Multiply that by the 1/2 as many games in a WNBA season. We learned that that season has 5 12ths as many minutes of basketball in it as an NBA season. Now, is each minute of basketball in each of the seasons the same amount of work? No, there's different rules in the WNBA than in the NBA. The NBA has a 24-second shot clock, which means boys have 24 seconds to shoot the basketball. The WNBA has a 30-second shot clock, which means the girls have 30 seconds to shoot the basketball. So for every 2 minutes of play, a WNBA player runs down the floor one less time than an NBA player at a 4-to-5 ratio. Multiply the 4-to-5 ratio by the already established 5 12ths of minutes of basketball in a WNBA season, cross-cancel the 5s, reduce the 4 over 12. We come to the conclusion that a WNBA season is 1/3 as much work as an NBA season, so that's one of the reasons why they don't make as much money. Now, I know what you women are thinking. You're thinking, hey, Tommy, slow down. We're girls. We aren't as good at math.
Well, he's honest.
He is honest.
Right?
Yeah.
Maths are hard. They really are. I swear they are. All right, in just a second, we will be joined by Brandon Morse. I don't know if he's still a brand risk or not. He's a lot
You'll
of
have to
things,
ask
but
him
he's,
that.
he's next on the Daily MoJo.
You're listening to the lunatic fringe of American radio, the Daily MoJo.
Papa Ryan in the Rumble chat room says, in regards to Rosie O'Donnell, who has now moved to Ireland, I'm told, she could enjoy the 40% tax bracket. Right. But yeah, it is hard now to defend a lot of things that are happening, and hopefully things are changing in this country that we've seen go shit downhill in the past, few decades with the Patriot Act, etc. Let's bring in a guy who can fix it all. We don't know if he's still a brand risk or not, but Brandon Morse joins us from YouTube, from Red State. You were such a good brand risk. I hate to see you. I hate to see you lose that moniker. You should consider making, that your show on YouTube.
Now, that's not me. Brandon is muted.
Now, Brandon, as a content provider, I would recommend that you unmute yourself. I think it makes it easier for the listener to really grasp what you're trying to say. But that's just me.
Oh, everything that I said was expletive laden, so it's probably better that you didn't hear me all. I said some very nasty words.
Okay, that's all right. So,
yeah.
Are you not still a brand risk then? Why did you give up that moniker?
I'm still a brand risk. I just don't announce it like I used to.
But you should. It's clever. As are you.
Gosh, I'm very dark. I will at some point in time return to the brand risk thing. But first I have to build up my YouTube channel, because live streaming, if you don't do it every single day like you guys do, can actually make it very difficult for you to grow a following online as a streamer. The real way to do it is to develop a YouTube channel that actually gets a lot of traffic first. and then you go into streaming. Right now, my channel is actually on YouTube is actually doing well. It's growing every single day. So as soon as that becomes as soon as that becomes something, pretty well trafficked.
But what I'm saying is, why can't you be a brand risk on YouTube?
Oh, you're talking about like branding it as Brand Morse as a brand risk on YouTube,
right?
I just, you know what? I feel like there was too many. There's actually more than one brand risk, and there are two people who are considered brand risks, like that are much bigger than me in the streaming world, and that's Pay Money Wubby and Aiden Ross, and because they use that from time to time for their stuff. And I was like, God, it just probably wouldn't look good marketing wise if I just was all like, oh, Brandon Morse is a brand risk.
Who was the first one you mentioned? Pay Money Wubby?
He's my favorite streamer, yeah.
That's what his name is?
His name,
Pay Money Wubby?
Well, his name is Dennis, but he goes by Pay Money Wubby.
What? But his name is Dennis.
Look him up. He's hilarious.
I'm looking him up. Pay Money Wubby. Pay Money Wubby. I'll be damned. Wow. That's an interesting look. Pay Money Wubby. Look at him. He's got 1 million followers. He's doing something right?
Oh yeah.
What's he, a gamer? What is he?
He's kind of a variety streamer.
A variety streamer.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like he's been very active lately.
Oh, no, that's you're probably looking at his old YouTube channel.
Okay.
He made enough money
you know
off
what?
of that
Just
one.
take my word for it. Let's just take my word for it.
Okay, fine. I say this because there's, the new platform Kick, which we're on, and you should probably be there too. Huh?
I actually have an account.
Have you been?
There,
Are you?
I'm not active there though.
should,
I haven't streamed in a long time. I haven't live streamed in a long time. So.
Oh, we need to get you out more. often.
You say that like you're disappointed for some reason,
I'm just concerned about you. I look at you as a son. I'm old enough to be your dad, which makes our relationship really, really.
You're
weird.
really not though. How old are you, Brad?
Yeah, I am.
How old are you?
Hold on a second. I'm looking at the in 14 days.
Mm-hmm.
Is right? Yeah, 14 days. I'll be 61.
61. So, okay.
Yes.
I guess you could be.
How old are you? Yes. You're welcome.
I'm 40,
I
I'm
thought
41.
this through. I did.
I'm
Okay,
41.
that would make me 20 when you were born. So,
Right.
yes.
So you could have.
I'm plenty old to be your father. How do you know I'm not your father?
I look nothing like you. I look a lot like my dad.
I'm not sure. I mean, we've got the same eyebrows.
I've got your hat.
That's true. You're there. So yeah. So all right. So you're on Kick, but you're not doing your stuff on Kick. I got you.
I'm just not live streaming now. Right now, it's all about creating videos, and I've got one. I'm going to try to come out with it tomorrow.
And the subject matter is?
Disney is terrified right now of its audience.
That makes sense. We were talking about the Snow White thing.
Rachel Zegler, and what they'll do.
That's part of it. The other part of it is I don't know if you guys saw that Vulture article that came out about Captain America: Brave New World, Blacked in America. You probably won't be able to pull it up because it's behind a paywall. But effectively, what happened? Actually, let me see if I can't read you verbatim what they said here because I've got a screenshot of it. The entire thing was pretty crazy. A crazy admission, effectively. Yeah, here it is right here. The quote is, this is from a crew member that worked on Blacked in America and said, when the studio had its test in front of an audience, it didn't respond. Maybe they don't want to see anything political in an election year. Maybe they were divided on who they were voting for. General Ross reads as an allusion to Trump. He's this very powerful general who becomes kind of a fascist and turns into a raging Hulk. How is that like Trump? This is my opinion, but I think Disney was realizing, hey, we've been bleeding for a while. let's try not to piss off our core fan base any more than we have been over the past couple of years. They know you're going to lose a lot of your audience this way. That right there is a huge admission that Disney is absolutely terrified of making anyone angry in an ideological sense. They're so terrified of it that they will literally take a finished movie and they will spend millions and millions of dollars in order to fix it just in case you might get mad. The other thing that proves that they're terrified is the Snow White movie, which, again, 11th hour reshoots and rewrites. They pushed the date of release back an entire year, and they've recently canceled the London premiere. So,
not only that, but the premiere in the El Capitan Theater out in L.A. is not going to have any press at it. Mm-hmm. They'll have they said they'd have a couple of photographers and a house crew, and that's it.
Right. So I think the strategy for Disney right now is, we know this is going to be a stinker. We know this is going to make a lot of people mad. Every time they release anything with this, like involving this movie, like it either gets no traction, and whatever traction it does get is just hate traction. It's just people talking about how much they're not going to see this movie, how much they don't like Rachel Zegler, yada, yada, yada. I think what they're trying to do right now is minimize this movie so much that you don't go see it. They would much rather have a loss of millions and millions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars, than actually have you walk out of that theater and go, I hate Disney. I hate what they've become. This is the worst company ever. I'm never going to see their movies again. I'm going to unsubscribe from Disney Plus. I'm going to stop buying merch.
I was going to say, well, why don't they just dump it on Disney Plus as opposed to putting it in the theaters?
Why don't they just do what Warner Brothers did with Batwoman or Batgirl or whatever, and vault
put it on the shelf?
Put it on the shelf and take the tax write-off. Why don't they just do that?
It does make you wonder why, because this obviously is not. I mean, unless I don't see this movie coming out and then everyone going, oh, we were so wrong. This is amazing. And everyone goes to see it and it ends up making $1 billion. I don't see that happening.
No, it's
not. It just, nothing that I've seen in any trailer, nothing that's come out of Zegler's mouth has made me think that. And it makes you wonder, like with Zegler, does she get another gig after this? I guess she does. I mean,
she probably, if she does, I don't think it's going to be like top tier Hollywood
acting
stuff. Yeah.
It'll be at McDonald's.
Yeah. She might be sweeping a theater, not, acting.
Right. I mean, we're talking $300 million that she's torpedoed.
Oh yeah, absolutely torpedoed. The insufferability that she's shown about not just that either. I mean, like half of America, she insulted half of America, and then apologized after Disney forced her to. Remember, after the election, she was like, "I hope Trump and any of his supporters don't ever know peace," or something. And it's like,
yeah.
What an idiot, dude. You don't say that kind of stuff when you have a movie coming out. You're going to say that. See, this is, I mean, that was woke Hollywood though. They're idiots. They're literally idiots. They're stupid. Everyone thinks they're cool because, they can read lines off a script and act like they are emoting well. That's not a skill that helps in any other way than Hollywood. It's just, these people are idiots.
Right. You stand in front of a camera and you read words that someone else has written.
Exactly.
Unless you want to go do like industrial films, you're not, there's not much for you to do. Hang on.
Unless you're Mike Rowe, who actually goes out and does this stuff, those kinds of people, who was the chef who committed suicide? Anthony Bourdain. Unless you're Anthony Bourdain, like you don't have that skill set. You're just reading lines, and emoting with them.
Yeah.
That's all you're doing.
Here she is with, when was this? This is in November when she said this.
Up on this social media app to say that we have a really important presidential election coming up, and Lenny is very eager for you to vote for Kamala Harris. And it's actually non-negotiable. Our rights are on the line, folks. Our reproductive rights.
Oh my God.
Come on.
Right? I mean, this
Go
is
blue. And if you disagree with this sentiment, just hit the unfollow button. I don't need your business.
Okay. Well,
yeah,
shoot.
I never hit the.
Every single
Isn't
time
that
a leftist
weird?
has said, "I don't need your business," or "Go take it," don't watch what I made or whatever. People go, "Okay,
all right,
and then they're like,
Deal.
"Where'd everyone
Yep.
go?"
Is she? Oh, that's not even her official account. So I can't even tell if she lost any followers.
I guarantee you, she probably didn't on her Instagram. I mean, like she probably lost a few, but not a lot on her Instagram.
Right.
The real test was always Snow White. How many people took her at her word and said, "I'm not going to go see this movie because you're a raging bitch."
She really. I mean, she actually her attitude affects her looks.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
in that Instagram, it's like she looks homely.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. There are women out there who don't look like as made up and well done as her, who are very nice and kind and are like 8 times more attractive. Was it not like Roald Dahl who made that observation where it's like someone who's really nasty on the inside can be very beautiful on the outside, but they'll like that ugliness just bleeds through. You know?
I think he was the one that says beauty is only skin deep, but ugly goes all the way to the bone.
Yeah. There you go.
Or something like that. No,
I don't know.
But yeah,
I believe
she
that was
just
actually Stalin who said that, but no, yeah.
It could have been. Wow, Stan, look at this. We're out of time. All right. So when are you putting up? When is your next video going up over on your YouTube where you're not a brand risk?
Hopefully tomorrow. I've got a lot to do with it still before it's completely done, but it should be popping up tomorrow morning. Hell, maybe tonight if I get it done in time.
You got nothing else to do. Just focus.
I've got nothing else going in my life at all.
There you go.
This is all I
There you
do
go.
all the time.
Me too. When the lights go off here, I just sit right here at this desk.
Me
stare off
too.
into space.
Yeah, that's this. I just sit in this chair right here, and I do not move.
Yep.
The moment no one looks
It's weird,
at me,
isn't it?
the moment like
Yep.
no eyes are focused on me, everything just shuts down, and I like.
You're like an NPC.
Right,
You just
exactly.
drift off. All right. He's at the Brandon Morse everywhere. YouTube, X, all the good stuff. And he'll be right there in his chair if anybody needs him. Just hit him up.
I'll be right. I'll never leave this spot.
All right. There you go.
See you, buddy.
All right, my friend. We'll talk again later. And that, as they say, is that.
What do you mean it's let's go?
2 hours of audio deliciousness, technical issues, mostly Ron's, and really good information, mostly me, on the Daily Mojo for today, the 13th day of March. It's a Thursday, the year of our Lord 2025. Let's find out what people like Dr. Free Range Prisoner is saying over on the X. I'm betting that if Rosie O'Donnell is indeed Irish, we could trace her roots straight back to the Loch Ness Monster. Don't insult Nelly that way. Tech Golden Age Drew, if Brad would subscribe to the Red State News Briefs, he'd know more about Trump's and O'Donnell's antics, but then he'd have to check his email. Wow. All the nice things I've said about his furry ass. Shy Boy in Iowa. The Brandon Morse would probably get more YouTube followers if he stopped spoiling the ending of movies and TV shows. Did he give a spoiler alert?
I don't know. I didn't hear that. Yeah.
All right. Pickled Squirrel, the crescent really does not like the rainbow, if you know what I mean. Ireland is letting a whole lot of the crescents into the country. You may not be all that safe, Rosie. Again, if you're thinking about the United States is a horrible place, where else is there to go that we've got a shot at fixing it? Just saying. Patrick G says, I have relatives in Ireland. He's very liberal and beautiful. Why can't we all just get along? It's not ever going to happen again, is it? It's never going to happen again.
Why do liberals always hijack the beautiful places? California, for
I
instance.
don't know. Let's give them Canada.
Okay.
Why can't they? We just give them Canada.
Deal.
Deb Treadway says, bone ugly, you mean, Bradley? Exactly. Bone deep ugly. And over in the Rumble chat room, the snowman, spoiler alert, Darth Vader is Luke's father. Why did I should have reread that before I'm sorry. If you were going to see the movie, I apologize for letting the cat out of the bag. Remember that we the people have to hang together, otherwise we shall surely hang separately. 6-7 Tyrannus, resist stupid, and goodnight.com.
Wherever you are. See you tomorrow. It's Friday.
Watch and listen at thedailymojo.com.